It was a gathering like no other. Hundreds of senior U.S. military officers packed into a hall in Virginia. We're talking about generals and admirals. Some of them had flown in from active combat zones. Why? None of them knew. All they got was a summons from their boss. That's Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth. He asked the top brass to assemble on Tuesday. Minutes into the meeting, it was clear why. The meeting wasn't about strategy or warfare. It was about politics. The Trump camp has long complained about wokeness in the military. This was their chance to push back. And leading the push was Hegseth himself. He keeps talking about the warrior ethos. On paper, it refers to a set of military ideals like honor, duty, and courage. But for this administration, it is political. It is about fighting so-called woke ideology. Hegseth focused a lot on the physical standards. He attacked so-called fat generals in the Pentagon.
Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are.
He also announced two major changes. First is the role of women. Hegseth says combat troops must fulfill the highest male standard, and if women cannot measure up to it, he says, so be it.
But when it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it. That is not the intent, but it could be the result, so be it.
In 2015, the U.S. had open combat roles to women. Hegseth is effectively ending that. Secondly, he is giving a free hand to senior officers. In the past, soldiers have complained of abuse by superiors, including racist and sexist abuses. So the Pentagon had created rules to crack down. For example, you could lodge anonymous complaints against abusive superiors. But Hegseth is rolling those back as well.
I'm issuing new policies that will overhaul the IG, EO, and MEO processes. I call it the No More Walking on Eggshells policy. We are liberating commanders and NCOs. We are liberating you. No more frivolous complaints. No more anonymous complaints. No more repeat complainants. No more smearing reputations. No more endless waiting. No more legal limbo. No more sidetracking careers. No more walking on eggshells.
His basic argument was this: a military is meant to do just one job, and that's fight. Everything else is a distraction, even if it's meant to improve gender equality or social justice. When Hegseth ended his speech, there was silence. Whether because of protocol or shock, not a single general clapped.
Move out and draw fire, because we are the War Department. Godspeed.
Room, attention.
Then President Trump took to the stage. Again, no applause. It was so silent that the president only openly asked for claps.
We walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Oh, don't laugh, you're not allowed to do that. You know what, just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank, there goes your future.
Certainly not a good start. Trump spoke for more than an hour. Initially, he stuck to his usual script about ending wars, brokering deals, and keeping America safe. At one point, he also targeted his predecessor. He joked about how Joe Biden kept stumbling on stairs while he had aced it.
We were not respected with Biden. They looked at him falling downstairs every day. Every day the guy's falling downstairs. He said, "It's not our president. We can't have it." I'm very careful, you know, when I walk downstairs for like I'm on stairs, like these stairs. I walk very slowly. Nobody has to set a record. Just try not to fall, because it doesn't work out well.
So was that it? Is this why Trump gathered hundreds of generals? Partially, yes. The president likes to generate political mileage from the military. We saw that in June this year. The US military was celebrating its 250th anniversary. It also coincided with Trump's birthday, so the president asked the military to stage a parade. Now here's the thing. The US military doesn't do parades, yet Trump ordered them to stage one. So simply put, this gathering was on brand for Trump. Having said that, there were policy clues too, mainly two of them. Number one, Trump sees a major role for the military at home. Now this has been a no-go zone. US politicians have long agreed that the military is meant to fight enemies, not to deploy against American citizens. But Trump is open to the idea. He has already deployed troops to multiple US cities. Yesterday, he built on that idea. He suggested that US cities could be training grounds for the military.
It's really a very important mission. And I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military. Because we're going into Chicago very soon. That's a big city with an incompetent governor, stupid governor, stupid.
That was the first policy clue. The second was on his strategic focus. Trump didn't focus a lot on Russia or China. In fact, he brushed them aside. Instead, he focused on the Western Hemisphere.
Together with the leaders here today, we're also restoring a needed focus on defeating threats in the Western Hemisphere. Throughout this region, cartel terrorists have been allowed to wage a relentless campaign of death and destruction on our country, all because we had weak leadership on top. And we did a great job with it first term.
Trump has deployed warships, and these comments match the policy. He deployed these warships against Venezuela. He has imposed tariffs to meddle in Brazil's domestic politics, and he's bailing out his ally in Argentina. Clearly, Trump is intensifying his focus on the region. This isn't exactly a new approach. Decades ago, the US followed the Monroe Doctrine. It basically demanded complete US supremacy in the Western Hemisphere. In recent years, the US had shifted away from that. They turned to West Asia and to the Indo-Pacific. But Trump is reorienting once again. Let's see if it translates into new moves on the battlefield.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakarjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.